What's going on, y'all? It's Elijah Locks, and today we got another NBA Prize Picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 3 NBA player props I love on the board for this Thursday, November 21st NBA slate. It's a pretty small one, though, only 4 games, so not a lot to choose from, which is why we are only giving you guys 3 players, but still love the value on all 3 of these ones, and along with a player of the day. So again, nice total of 3 players. But before we get into this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on if you guys haven't already. We're going to be grinding for you guys from start to finish of this NBA season, just trying to give you guys the best content as consistent as I can, trying to give you guys breakdowns and the best overall edge that I could find on this Prize Picks board and just try and win some money together. And if you guys are new to the channel and haven't joined already, we got a newly launched Discord free to join for everyone down below, link in description. Just going to be posting a couple updates on there, player of the days every single day if you guys can't make the videos, and maybe some extra player prop like slates and whatnot whenever the other ones drop if we haven't really seen them already at nighttime, because that is when we drop the videos the night before. But enough talking, we're going to go and hop right at the players that we got in today's video. Also, a little recap from yesterday's video. The players did alright. We gave you guys Steph Curry, Giannis. Giannis went crazy. He smacked well over the line. Steph Curry was the player of the day. But unfortunately, we did his points and assist line. Unfortunately, he got hooked by 1, and the game was a 20-plus blowout basically the whole game. So obviously, he didn't play as many clutch minutes and whatnot as he typically uses. But again, got hooked by 1, just unfortunate there. If it wasn't a blowout, that play would have smacked out 100%. So, again, just Hawks couldn't really keep up with them. But we give you guys Giannis, Clint Capella, and unfortunately Josh Giddey, he just had a horrible shooting night. He took a lot of shots, but nothing was really dropping for him, so he did not cover his line as well. So 2 out of 2, player of the day, hooked by 1. Just an unfortunate day right there. But we're going to bounce back in today's video with this little slate that we got right here. Now I was looking at this one, and my favorite game is honestly Detroit Pistons versus Charlotte Hornets, just for the fact that both these teams, they're not the best, they're not the worst, but they're really weak defensively. If you guys have seen these games, a lot of offense flows through these teams if they end up winning the games. So again, the spread is only 2 points, and the over and under for total points scored is 220.5. So again, there should be a good amount of offense, especially with the way both these teams play. I feel like they just really correlate with each other well and producing a lot of offensive efficiency on both ends, defensively and offensively for both these teams, having that lackful defensive end. And then we got Utah Jazz versus San Antonio Spurs. We got another player on this game as well. This one should be a good one. This one has a nice tight spread. So I feel like these ones don't really have a good chance of being a blowout. And again, they should just be nice, long, hard, fought-out games. So with that being said, our player of the day in today's video is Brandon Miller over his points and rebounds at 22.5. Now, this dude could ball out whenever he has a good matchup. If we look at the matchups where he really struggled in, it's either when they got blown out or when it gets a tough team, especially against the bigger players like Milwaukee. Orlando has been solid defensively. Cleveland, they also got kind of blew out in this matchup. This game against Minnesota, obviously they're one of the top teams in the NBA defensively. They got kind of blown out as well right here. Boston, another top defensive team, and then this game, I think he just struggled. He barely took any shots first game of the season. But all the games against pretty good matchups defensively wise against his position. Detroit, Indiana, Philly, and Brooklyn, he went well over, just had no issue scoring at all. And then we got him against Charlotte Hornets, which I feel like should be a good matchup for him. So far this season, I don't think he's played them yet. No, this was all from, actually, yeah, he did. Detroit, Detroit right here, he had 25, a total of 19 points and 6 rebounds. And then if we look at his 3 games last season when he was a rookie, he covered this line every single time against these guys. And this was when he was getting like less minutes compared to this season, as you guys can see, 33. And then last game he saw 28. But if we look at his minutes on average so far this season, whenever it's a nice close game, he typically gets around 35 minutes plus guaranteed. So again, his production has been increasing all season, and recently he's been taking a consistent amount of shots. If we look at his last, 7 games alone, he's been averaging over 16 shot attempts a game guaranteed, which is a great stat for his line, again, only being at 22.5. If you're taking 16 shots, there should be a good chance that you should be able to cover points and rebounds aspect of this play. He sees around 8.3 rebound chances a game, which is also great. So again, this is a good line in general. And then if we look at Detroit defensively against opposing small forwards, that is where they're most vulnerable to by far. They're ranked 21st in points allowed and 23rd in rebounds allowed, giving around 22 points a game and then 9 rebounds a game to opposing small forwards, which Brandon Miller plays. Shooting guard and point guard, they're pretty solid defensively, and then power forward and center, just from small forward to the 5. They're pretty weak defensively, and we all know Brandon Miller, he's a tall, lengthy guy, so this matchup is going to benefit in his favor for him to go out there and get buckets. recent head-to-heads has proven for itself that this is a good matchup for him, and he could succeed against teams like this. And not really much else to explain right here, other than I believe Brandon Miller should have an edge on going off this game. He's showed spurts, and he takes a lot of shots pretty consistently. So our player of the day is Brandon Miller over that 22.5 points and rebounds play right here. So again, if you guys are going to take anything from my videos, I highly recommend the player of the days. Again, unfortunately, yesterday's one did not hit, but it got hooked by one, and it was a 20-point game, so I can't really do nothing about that one. Our player of the day before that, though, Donovan Mitchell, he smacked out easily. And then I forgot the other one before the Donovan Mitchell play, but that one also smacked out as well. So it could have been on a little 4-0 streak on player of the days, but again, unfortunately, just the blowouts happen. It's the NBA. Anything could happen. So that's my player of the day in today's video for this Thursday slate. Our next player, we rock with Jalen Duren over his 11.5 points. Now, last season, this dude went pretty solid. As you guys can see, he saw a lot of production for this Detroit Pistons team. Now, this season, he's seen a slight decrease, just kind of been inconsistent with his numbers, taking shot attempts as well. There was a lot of times, though, when he got injuries so far this season, he left the games early. For example, the last game against the Charlotte Hornets, he only played 7 minutes. He got taken out early, again, due to injury. But other than this game, he saw 35 minutes, 22 minutes, and 30 minutes, along with taking a good amount of shot attempts as well, 8, 9, 10. Now, this dude is a center, so if he's taking 10 shots, they're all going to be high percentage shots. This dude is not going to be taking any threes. So, again, this is a good type of matchup. His line was only at 11.5. The previous games where he actually played against these guys, 14, 14, and 20, which is great value overall. If we look at Charlotte defensively, they're pretty solid against like small forward, shooting guards, point guards, but the areas that they are super vulnerable to is power forward and center position. As you guys can see, ranked 27th, give around 28 a game, and then ranked 14th, give around 18 a game. So again, Jalen Duren, he's a bigger guy. He's going to have a benefit down below in the paint. And recently, he's been taking a lot more shot attempts. If we look at his last 4 games, there's been a nice little upward slope, 4, 6, 8, and 13 right here. And again, he shoots a very high percentage at 76 field goals made. On average, so far this season, he's been taking 5. But again, the recency of him, that doesn't really do him justice. If we look at him at the beginning of the season, a lot of these games, he really wasn't taking any. So if we get at least like 6 from him, I feel like there should be a good chance that this line hits for us. Again, just takes those high percentage shots, and with this little upward slope that we've been seeing, that's a good sight right there. And then again, the recent head-to-heads, he is basically 3 out of 3 against these guys when he actually plays and goes well over. So not really much else to explain on this play. Again, both these teams are weak defensively. I feel like it should be a back and forth game. Nice close matchup, and there should be a lot of edge for him to score 12 points easily. So that is my second player that we give you guys. Same game right here. Again, I said I like this game. This is my favorite one on the board, and it should be a nice close game. And then with the last player in today's video, going to this Jazz and Spurs game, I like Colin Sexton over his points, rebounds, and assist line at 23.5. If you guys know this guy, he is a very electric, fast player, small guard. He has a lot of energy, and against the Spurs team, I feel like he should have a great matchup. If you guys watched the Spurs last season, they were super vulnerable to opposing point guards, just smaller guards in general, especially like the ones fast-paced, which Colin Sexton does play. So again, this is a perfect environment for him. If we look at the San Antonio Spurs against opposing shooting guards defensively, they're ranked 17th in points allowed, giving around 28 a game, which is crazy. Ranked 11th in rebounds allowed, giving around 7.3 a game, and ranked 22nd in assists allowed, giving around 6.3 a game. So this is a great matchup. Again, I got the little head-to-heads for Colin Sexton against the San Antonio Spurs alone right here. As you guys can see, he went 4 out of 5 in the recent ones so far this season. The only game they had against them this season so far, or actually 2 games so far that they've played this season. This one he got hooked. He had 22, but it was also a blowout. And then this game when it was actually close, he had 23 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Did really well right there. And even in a blowout game, he still had 22, only hooking by 2. So I expect this one to be a nice close one. They had a really rough start to the season, the Jazz, but recently they've been kind of looking a little bit better, seeing some hope right there. So again, and then last season he went 3 out of 3 on those numbers right there. So I feel like this is a great line for him. If we look at him on the season so far, he's pretty consistent at being at this line, despite this game. I'm probably just at an off game right here, but a lot of the time, especially recently in the last like 8 games or whatnot, he's been pretty consistent on getting to this line, 23, 23, 22, 18. He's been getting hooked on a lot of these ones. But, again, I feel like this is a matchup where he should see a lot of success in. He takes a lot of shots as well. Again, the last 8 games, which we love to see, the recency. He's been taking a consistent amount, averaging around, like, I'd say 12 shot attempts a game, and he shoots around 45%, which is pretty solid. 44% from three, which is also great. And his minutes recently have been also pretty good, averaging around 30 plus minutes a game. And again, his line is only at 23.5, so it's nothing crazy. And San Antonio Spurs defensively, we all know they're not the best, so especially against his position, he should have a good time being able to score right here. So this is my last player that I'm going to give you guys on today's video. Collin Sexton over that 20. Did this one get bumped up? Oh no, 23.5 right there. Okay, never mind. So these are my three players I'm giving you guys on today's video. Again, Thursday, November 21st. Player of the day, Brandon Miller, 22.5 points and rebounds. If you guys need to take anything for the video, I'd recommend this player right here. Second play, Jalen Duren over at 11.5 points. And then lastly, Collin Sexton over that 22.5 PRA right there. So these are my three players I got for you guys. Again, Thursday, November 21st NBA slate. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. Again, please let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Drop that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. It literally takes 1 second. It would really help me out just to continue growing this channel. And with that being said, that is all I got for you guys. Please, again, drop that like. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's see you today.